Alright guys, this video is going to walk through us developing our little jam jar planter that looks a little bit like this one. So this is where we're starting, but we're going to be starting with our blank one here. So if we have a look at the parts, we've got these features that sit over here. So at the moment we can see that we've got our top, front and right view. Hit spacebar or escape to deselect those. Okay, along the top are our tools. By default, we can see the main ones we're going to be using is probably extrude out of these ones as we go along. Probably the plane as well. Otherwise, most of the other bits we don't need to worry about just yet. So sketch is the big one we will use. The way that we design through here is we draw a shape, like a complete shape on a face, and then we extrude it out by giving it space and dimension. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating our design in here. Now the first thing we're going to do to set up is add some variables. Now the reason we want to do this through here is it gives us the ability to be able to adapt the size of our design. So we're going to start with height. We're going to add in width. We're going to add in depth. We're going to go material thickness and material width. So all of our pieces are going to be the same size. At the moment, we're going to change that thickness to be 19. Our material width, we're going to make 135 for the moment. Depth, we're actually going to get rid of because the depth is the same as our thickness. Width, we're going to make 140, and our height 150. Just so we can work with those as we go. So if you notice over in our feature tree now, we have those. So we can always change them over here or open this tab over here. So now that we've got that, on the iPad, if you hit Control and right click with your mouse, we can pan across. Scrolling the zoom in and out, or right click and drag allows us to rotate. If we ever need to go back to that starting point, we can use this little dice looking guy up the top here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new plane. So I'm going to click on that and we can see the entity. So that blue box we need to fill with something. So we're going to use the top. So notice how it's been highlighted. I'm going to select that. And it's telling us I want to go this way, which is perfect. But the distance that we want to do is not 25. I want it to be our height, and then hit the divide or slash in the bottom right where the question mark is, divide by 2. So that is what I want the height to be away. So now we can see we've got that there, height, divide by 2, happy days. All right, so we can see I've now got a piece at the top, I've got that top plane. Now the reason I'm doing that is I want my design to sit around this dot in the middle, which is our origin. Okay, so now that I've got that new plane there, I'm going to rename him. So the plane is going to be my top. So right click on that to rename. Now I'm going to create a new sketch. Shortcut is Shift S, where I click on that and I'm going to bring that to the top plane there. So now I've got that. If I hit N, it's going to center mine, so I'm sitting at the top view here. And what I'm going to use here is some of the tools now. Notice that I'm in a sketch plane. So I've got that here now. I've put that on the top, and I want to now include a center point rectangle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on that center, and then click out and drag. I'm going to click again, which then closes it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave that blank, and now I want to add some dimensions. So I click on this one here, or shortcut for D, and this side, I'm going to make that my material width, just the width of the whole project. And this one here, I'm going to make my material depth or material width. So what that does is uses those variables that I've just made. If I want to change that, so actually the width that I want it to be wants to be 160, it will automatically change all of my dimensions around that. Really, really helpful. So I've got that. Now, if we imagine our jam jar planter, I'm looking at the top piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my little slots on the side and then add my circle into the middle. So I'm going to start my circle. That's going to be, I'm just going to make it 60 for the moment. And what I need to do now is I'm going to use another center point rectangle. I want that aligned with the middle. So hover there and come out here and then click and drag. So that side is there. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and if it starts playing up like this, just refresh your page and then it will pick it back up. Because one of the challenges sometimes is when you zoom in and out around on this, it will play a little bit of games. So double click back on our sketch to get back in, N to square it up. Now I'm going to hit dimension and I'm going to bring that up here. So that is going to be, I could type in 19, but I want that to be my material thickness. Enter. And then this dimension from here to here, I want this to be equal, so I'm going to go material width divided by 3. So that's locked it in. Notice now I can't move any of them, they're all black. So in that case, that's really good. If we have a look at what we're trying to do here, this is kind of what we're making. So I've just done this. Now, if you are not doing, I'm going to do the top piece with these, our finger joints, and I'll do the bottom piece with our dowel joints. So now I've got one side done. I could just do it straight over here, or I can use this mirror. So I'm going to mirror across there, and notice we've got the guide of what I need to do, and I want to grab those 3 pieces. And that should be everything I need to do for that, which now if I go to that extrude, and the bit that I want is that one there. I can select and deselect parts as we go, but they're the bits I want, and I want to make that my material thickness. So now that's set up there, tick, and that's my top piece here. So I'm going to rename that to make my top. So that's beautiful. I've got that set up so far. Control to pan. Now, what I need to do is make my side. So what I'm going to do with that one is I'm going to go sketch, and I'm going to draw on this face here. So I'm going to go N to square up, and what I need to do now is draw out the shape that I need for my side piece. Now I'm going to go halfway, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, because if you're doing the same joints the whole way through, I can make this and mirror it. If not, what I can do is I'm going to add another line, because if I'm doing just the other piece, where I'm just doing the dowel joints on the bottom, I can make some relationships here and make those 2 pieces equal, which means that the height with that piece here will be perfectly what I needed to. Deselect your tool by hitting your globe key if you've set that up, but we can see distance from those 2 is 150 plus those 2. Our whole height, halfway, is 94. Now this is where, if I come back over to my first extrude, I went the wrong way. I'm going to flip that down so he goes that way. So now I have my sketch drawn up the way I need it, except I've got the wrong pieces available here. So let's change that now. So we can always make mistakes, we can always fix them. So M gives me the trim next. I'm going to cut those pieces out, cut those pieces out. Okay, it's because what I need to do here, I'm going to go back to that line, and I'm going to go from here to that corner, because I need those pieces. All right, and I'm going to hit that E for equal to make those two there. So now, if I go from there to there, that should be 75, which is half of my material height, my height for the game. So now I've got that. He's not quite parallel or vertical, so I'm going to make sure that that line is vertical, and that's now locked in. So I have two options here. I can mirror this piece down to get the extra tab if I'm doing that all the way around, or I'm just going to extrude that whole piece the other way, making it a new one, not adding it, and making that my material thickness. And tick. Now it automatically tried to include that. Notice I've only got one piece. So go back into that sketch, and I want to make that new. Tick. Now I have my two pieces, so this is going to be my side. Now I can always mirror this across. So I'm going to grab a part, I'm going to grab that one, mirror that across my middle. So I have my new pieces, so this is going to be a new one again, and tick. So I have my three pieces, so I've got my left, my top, and then I just need to add my base. Okay, so then to make the whole height, I'm going to be drawing a new sketch on here, and I'm going to grab my corner rectangle and go from that corner through to there. Okay, and that is really the key things that I need to do for this part here. So I'm going to go extrude on that, and I'm going to go material thickness, and then there's my base. Now if you remember, the last pieces I need to do now is going to be adding those holes on the bottom here. So I'm going to go sketch, N to square it back up, and I'm going to add those circles in. So I'm going to start there, bring it through, find that midpoint, bring it through, and I'm going to try and keep that through there. So I know the dowel that I'm using is 6. I want a line that is construction, so Q, from there to there. Now I want that line to be vertical, because now what's going to happen is as I move, let's uncheck that, move them, they are all in a row. Okay, I'm going to go E for equals, so as a constraint, and make those equal. So I only have to change one dimension. So if I actually want that to be a 10 mil dowel, they all change. All right, so that's centered, that's looking good. D for dimension, and I want this line to be material thickness divided by 2, so the center of that. So it automatically makes that up. This guy to there. Now you can make this whatever you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to again use my material width, divide that by 3, so it's all evened across. The last thing I need to do with this one is I'm going to bring that so it's parallel, symmetric across here. So this dot, that dot, and this line. And see how they're all locked in now. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror this across so we've got those cutouts on both sides. So I'm going to mirror, and I want that center plane, so the right plane is going to be there, and I need 1, 2, and 3. So they're across there. I'm going to extrude those, and instead of add, we're going to make those remove, and I'm going to take that down to about 50. Now at the moment you can see it's just going into base. So what I need to do here is I'm going to add the cutout into that and that. So left and right need to be included in that. Now it looks like it's deciding that it doesn't want to do that, so try refreshing your page, and we'll try that extrude again. So at the moment it's just gone that far. We should be able to add our left and right. You can see it then cuts all the way in. So that's what we want to see. So at the moment that's 10 mils, but we've got all of our pieces the way that we need it. Okay, next video we'll show you how we can make our drawing and get our cut list for what we need for this.